obviously from the Navy, Air Force, who are in uniform. Let me also recognize the Federal Minister of Sports for who is in the state of the Honorable Minister, and of course the committee responsible for this very beautiful, distinguished national responsibility. Let me acknowledge the delegation from Nasarawa State, headed by the Permanent Secretary of the State Minister of Sports, and the various sporting associations from all the sporting activities in Nigeria here gathered. I'm obviously a conscript to do a job of the very educated and learned people whose capacity and oration has been recognized by time, and that's why they were invited to do the job I find myself doing right now. Without doubt, sporting activity has become the lifeware of global unity. It is a heritage over time that has brought nations and peoples together across tribes and distinct continents that ordinarily wouldn't have met. The United Nations has not captured the essence of humanity as importantly in unity, unison, and resolve as the global sporting events that have pulled nations and people together. So without doubt, if there's anything that has united humanity in peace, and even the tension that the cause of sports, it's a product of the resolve of either success or the wish for success that the technicalities or circumstance of the event has not yielded in favor of the winner or the person who is losing. So in sporting activity, for every tension you find there, is not a product that will lead to aggression and self-destruction. It's an opportunity and a conviction of resolve that is in contention with itself and with an opponent, when each is trying to dominate and have an overbearing victory over his opponent that is striving in the same vein and conviction and mission, upon which whoever is succeeding wants to consolidate on the success of what has brought him there. And whoever is at the receiving end finds himself under the pressure of not wanting to lose. So it's only in sporting activities where contention, hostility, and the drive is not about hate and destruction. It's about trying to make sure that at the end of the day, for all intent and purposes and where we're there, I emerge victorious. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, sports and activity over time that was done for pleasure today has become a global unifying factor and opportunity that has brought this world together across continents, tribes, and all our diversities. Now, from the purpose of just major exercise and ordinary exercises, sporting activity has yielded to the world an opportunity to produce an economy around sports as an activity. In the past, you do all you can in all your excellence. Imagine football during the days of Pele, of Brazil. They play all the best football in the world, and they hardly go home with $1,000 as a package for the excellence that they exhibited. Way back during the days of Michael Jordan, when they were playing basketball, and all the other diverse sporting activities that the world has come to appreciate as a global economic adventure now. In the past, it was for purposes of fame, name, and not money. But today, to the glory of God and excellence, the capacity to transform by humanity every opportunity into an economic yielding adventure, an opportunity where the world has regenerated itself to provide for every opportunity a source of livelihood. Sporting activities has gone beyond just honor, privilege, fame. It is now generated its own economy, a market economy, a foundation where millionaires and billionaires are built, who translate their earnings into national and global resource, upon which the whole world is now packaged to aspire, be as good, and earn as much, and to contribute in nation building and the economies of the world. So sports has gone beyond its original purpose of simple physical exercise for pleasure and for fame. Today, it has generated a global economy around itself, and it has facilitated an opportunity for the world, irrespective of where you come from. What is most important is excellence and delivery. Whatever good there is in you, it is better than that of the white man, no matter your darkness in color. You can stand out as an excellent example in resource earning and resource management. That is why Tiger Woods stood out when golf was nothing in the world to take gold to the highest pedestal among the highest earning sporting activity in the world. That today, white or black, the glory of history of his success has lifted the sport of golf to the status that has become one of the highest paid sporting activities in the world. So his color as a black man, that was an initial challenge to him when he started the golf game. Because of the fame and honor in excellence, turned into an economy that every sponsorship in the world was trying to associate with his excellence. And that paid him, and that brought to golf an excellence in sporting activity that the whole world looked up to the extent that even the ones who practice in Abuja and some African continents, African countries, some funding, some pride, some honor, some integrity, and some resources has been generated around it, that the individual earns, the country he comes from earns, and the generating economy that has emerged surrounding the fame and honor of such privileges have also benefited from every and especially of such sporting activity, whether in golf, basketball, football, cricket, or any of these sporting activities. So beyond our gathering to celebrate sports and sport activities and support and help, and those of us who from very humble effort and beginning thought we all to our conscience and opportunity that this country begins to find a template that it binds tribes and religion through sports. Sporting activity has come to stay as the main unifying factor, especially in nation building in a country like Nigeria. You and I know the impact football does to this country. No matter the tension and contention in Nigeria, when our national green and white colors are standing out against any nation in the world, your next door neighbor, you don't remember his tribe. The one to your left, you don't remember his religion. The one to your front, you don't care about which part of Nigeria he comes from. All that matters is that our green and white color and those young men blended in oneness as Nigerians, not remembering any tribe, any region, or any religion that they belong to. All that matters then is Nigeria and the responsibility Nigeria has saddled on them to go and wear our color and give Nigeria victory in defending the honor of Nigeria. So if sporting activities in Nigeria has yielded this positive picture, like we see in what football is doing to this nation, in making us know that we don't have an alternative to Nigeria, in making us know that what is important is the excellent and the quality of your excellent contribution in nation building in that circumstance through football, as an example. It means the little that we have been invoking to separate this country in our own very selfish, for our own selfish purposes, is just human creation that can be done away with. Because whether football, basketball, lawn tennis, golf, whenever you find any of these tournaments in Nigeria, you find the teams paired to play against the opposition are people across the various tribes of Nigeria, people across the various religions in Nigeria, people across the various privileges in Nigeria, rich or poor. All that matters in that moment and function of the gathering is Nigeria has given us a responsibility in our various sporting callings to defend and uphold and uplift the image of the country by bringing victory to the country through that sporting activity. So if we have the privilege of knowing that this is the only country, Nigeria, that we have, and as little and as ordinary as sports is, it has yielded positive impact in making sure, no matter how temporary, we do not bring our differences, our divisive tendencies in what we are doing so that the country is not changed and undermined. It means all of us know that whatever the challenges the country is facing today, we can use sporting activities to bind brotherhood, to cause understanding of differences, to know that we have an obligation to nation building, to know that what is important is excellence, to know that each of us is excellent and we can pull our collective different excellencies across our tribes, our religion, to make Nigeria a better place for us and generation unborn. So to my mind, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we can use the unity and understanding and brotherhood in sports to change our mindset as Nigerians. We can tell ourselves that Nigeria is the only country we all have. We can tell ourselves Nigeria as one of the most endowed nations in the world, human and material resources that God has given Nigeria. You hardly find it in any country as concisely packaged, robustly, and endowing as we have in Nigeria. So if each of us wakes up with a resolve that Nigeria is more important than our individual persons and aspirations, if each of us believes and demonstrates the sense of responsibility and duty to nation building, like our forefathers and founding fathers did, if each of us knows and believes that each of us owes this nation a cardinal responsibility, which is making Nigeria of tomorrow better than Nigeria of today, if each of us will remember that Nigerians of the past sacrificed their individual interests and self-centeredness, refused to make their selves more important than national interests, if each of us will agree that there was a Nigeria when the academic activity, the schooling nature, the privileges that they had in the past is what has produced the set of what you have as from assistant directors down to the echelon of all the important persons in the service. If the nothing of the past has been able to produce the excellence that you find today, both serving and retired in the public service, if the excellence of the past has been able to harness the diverse material resources in this country, from cocoa to groundnut to coal to the little things each of us has been able to produce from the various corners of Nigeria, and it has placed Nigeria where it is today. Before the oil came and made it more comfortable, if in the past we didn't have as much resources as we have now in Nigeria, and so much has been done for this country, that this country is placed among one of the most comfortable nations in the world before now. Now that oil has abounded and provided so much for the country, why are we not getting it right? Mindset. We each are now cherishing our individual self over the nation. If the people of the past didn't do that for us, and today Nigeria is good for us, why shouldn't we return to the old psychic of serving the nation instead of serving self, so that the future generations will find a better Nigeria than our own? All we need, my brothers and sisters, is appreciating the fact that we have no other country than Nigeria, whether Europe or the Americas, that we go to looking for greener pasture. Nothing has made it so great and achievable that we want to run to, other than the people preferring national service and national development and national pride over self-aggrandizement. America is a generation of excellence because they pick from all over the world, no matter your tribe, your color, your religion. What is your positive side that can transform America for good? The Europe is taking Nigerians from all sectors of human endeavor, in spite of the belief of the white man that is superior. They're saying, Nigerians, come in your numbers, don't worry, our gate is open. Because they know the quality of intellectual excellence God has given Nigerians. If Nigerians in the outside world are as diversely good and among the best whether in Russia, America, England, Canada, wherever you go to in the world, if you are looking for intellectual capacity and excellence, Nigerians that go there measure favorably among the best. And while we are there, we obey all the rules and regulations of those countries. We're among the best of humanity. But once we return home to Nigeria, we remember our tribes, we remember our religion, we remember our region. Our sacrifice of excellence is to build other people and other nations. When we come back home, we're different people that want to undermine and destroy our nation. Why? So if our excellence anywhere in the world can make the world better, other people's country better, rated as developed nations, because of our contribution, if Nigerians harness theirs, it means Nigeria will be among the first top nations, most developed nations in the world. So let's harness our distinguished tribal excellence in accomplishments in academics. Let's harness our national resources for national development so that the future generation of Nigerians will meet a better Nigeria than our own. This is what was done that we have found today in Nigeria befitting and suitable. Why wouldn't we do it and do the better of it now that available resources is more than what we made in the past? I call upon us as Nigerians to know that there's no alternative to Nigeria. And if we get it right, nobody in any part of Nigeria will want to agitate to want to go away from Nigeria, because we are better together than divided. Let our national resources be explored, exploited, and delivered for national development. I thank you.